Hello everybody, this is Love and Gratitude, the pillars of gratitude. This is part 2. We went through 4 pillars, which was love, gratitude, certainty and presence in the last video. And we talked a lot about gratitudes, and I got you to write down your 5 gratitudes. So I hope you've been doing that at the end of the day. Remember, it's a really good thing to do. Write down your 5 gratitudes at the end of the day, and then in the next morning, you can get those 5 gratitudes and read them in the morning, and it starts your day off so well because you realize what a great day you had the day before, and it just expands you and opens you up for a fantastic day the next day. So that's the first beginning. I wanted to expand on love a little bit more because I get a lot of people asking me, well, how do I find more love in my life? And at the end of the day, your life and what you create in your life is to do with how much you love yourself. And it's loving both sides of yourself. That's what love is, because you're a whole being. You're not just a positive person and you're not just a negative person. Okay, you're a whole being, but you've got to love both of them. You've got to love your positive side. You've got to also love your negative side, which a lot of people try and avoid. Okay, so it's about that as well. So what I'd like you to do is I'd like you to get an event that's happening in your life at the moment that you feel is challenging. It could be an event. It could also be a person. It could also be yourself. So try and find an event or a person or yourself or a thing, something that's challenging you at the moment, and we're going to try and look at the other side. So what I'd like you to do to create more love in your life is pick an event and try and see the positive, the plus, or the gain in it. Okay, so 3 key things. Look for the positive, the plus, or the gain in it. All right, so let's use an example. So if you're being rejected by somebody, and you perceive them as being really cold because they won't speak to you or something like that. What's the positive in them being cold to you? Does it mean that you go out and seek out family and friends who then give you support? So you see who's really close to you. What's the positive out of it? So what's the positive out of that? Well, that gives me mental strength. I feel mentally stronger when I've got more people around me supporting me. Maybe it expands my ideas. It's got me thinking in different ways. What's the gain out of all that? Well, maybe there was a point where I got a little bit angry actually, and I just went out running. So physically I felt energetic, and I went running with a friend or something like that who I hadn't seen in a while. And that helps me mentally switch on and be strong and all the rest of it. So look, you've got to dig a little bit, but you've got to have a little bit of a look inside and look at the other side. So what I want you to do is, if you've got a challenging event, look at the other side. What are all the gains within it? Okay, and then the last thing I'd like you to do is ask yourself, how does that make me feel? So if I've gone out running, or if I've sought family and friends for support and things like this, and I feel like I'm getting mentally stronger, how does it make me feel? Does it make me feel confident? Does it make me feel like, I've got all the tools necessary to get through all these different types of things? Do I get this inner strength? Do I feel like I'm more open? Am I more humble through this event? Because nothing happens to us randomly. God just doesn't play dice with us. There's synchronicities here. Maybe we go through things in our life because we need to learn certain things. And as well as support, we also need challenge in our life to push us forward. It's really important. If someone supported us all the time, or we just had a supportive situation all the time, maybe we wouldn't grow as much. Maybe we wouldn't expand. Maybe we would take things for granted, and we wouldn't really go for what it is that we'd really love to do. Okay, so we need both sides. So that's the key foundation to love. That's what love is seeing the whole. Okay, and it is according to your values. Okay, so if you value your kids and someone comes up and goes, "Oh, I hate kids, they're so annoying, da 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 da," they're going to really challenge you, and you're going to want to get away from that person. But if someone comes up and goes, "Oh, I love kids. Oh, what are they into? Like, what are those new clothes and those new toys that they've got, and what cute things do they do, and all this kind of stuff," you're going to open up to that person. Okay, so you'll see things as challenging or supportive according to your values. Okay, but it doesn't matter if it's challenging or supportive, it's how you perceive it. Okay, so again, if there's a challenge, try and find all those different things within that event, or yourself, or that person. I don't know about you, but for myself, I will support and challenge myself all the time. I never just support myself, definitely not. And I don't just challenge myself either. I need both to be able to grow. We all do. Okay, so that's the key thing, to be able to love yourself a little bit more. And then what will come out of that is certainty and presence. So there's not a lot to expand on that with certainty and presence, but out of love and gratitude for yourself and for your life, for the way that it is, you will find that certainty. You'll become more certain and you become more present. You'll have presence about you. And that's when you become more magnetized and you bring things into your life, because you have this presence about you. You're switched on and you have this presence. And you know when you're in the presence of somebody that has certainty and presence, because they've got this in their eyes. You can see it. They've also got a feel about them and energy as well. Okay, so I hope that helps. Remember all those different things. Have a fantastic day, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye for now.